Hi, I'm James and welcome back. Note the new t-shirt. I have some lovely, I'm not sure if it's supportive or sarcastic future in-laws who got me this for Christmas, asking you to like and subscribe. Not sure what to make of that. But what we're going to look at today is we're going to look at the Wargames Atlantic Einherjar. Now, those who know anything about Norse mythology will know these were the chosen of Odin, who were taken to the halls of Valhalla to train ready for Ragnarok. Now, the background for the Deathfields setting is that these were a bunch of Viking warriors on their way back from Wessex who were abducted, and these become the creatures in the game. Now, they're settled on a high gravity world, and what happens is over time they get shorter and shorter, and you end up with a race, let's be honest, who are the Scots from Warhammer, or at least they were until the new edition came out. Now, because of the advanced medical technology, guess what? They get healed at the end of every day, or resurrected effectively, and what's the end result? They think they're in Valhalla. So it's an interesting little background. Now, they do come in boxes of I'm going to try and get this one straight, 24 figures. There are 8 sprues, half-size sprues, and we'll have a look at those in a second. I've only got the one sprue. I picked it up. Miniature Wargames in the UK had a free sprue on the cover, and I thought, yeah, might make a nice review. So without going any further, let's have a look at this force that quite happily could work as a surrogate, I think, Imperial Guard in 40k. So let's start by looking at the actual sprue. So there's quite a bit packed into a sprue. Each sprue contains enough for 3 miniatures. So you've got 3 bodies with a left foot forward, a right foot forward and a left foot forward, all in a standing pose. That's quite a reasonable position. Now, you've got, let's work through what we've got. We've got 4 heads there. We've got a nice mix of heads. Some of them are bareheaded. Most are wearing helmets. There's a couple with field caps, which I quite like. Then we've got 3 capes or fur collars. I'm not sure if I'm going to use them. They give them a very fantasy look. We've then got another 5 heads. We've got 8 arms. Now, when we look at the arms with this, what you will find is that unlike most of the Wargames Atlantic sets, they're not paired up with numbers, so you do have to do a bit of experimenting. We've got a radio, we've got a shield, somebody holding a knife, and they always seem to hold it with the blade down, which is never the best way to do it. Now, I like the axes. The axes are very much a high-tech modern type one, with sort of the hollowed out blade. It's something that would not look unreasonable on a modern battlefield. We've got a knife. Okay, what have we then got? I'm just trying to see what we've got there. Some more, 3 more heads. Put that back where it was. Try to get it all back in shot for you. So we've got 3 more heads. We've got a holstered pistol. We've got a hand axe. Now, there is a bit of an issue I find with the hand axe in that there isn't a left arm carrying a weapon, so that's really designed for use with the shield. Then we come to the more modern weapons. You've got 2 almost submachine gun length weapons. They're very much look like bullpup designs. I quite like those. We've got a rotary grenade launcher. That seems to have become standard these days in sci-fi. We've got a longer rifle, very similar to the submachine gun. Again, looks bullpup. You've got 2 more of the submachine gun ones, so I would have rather probably 2 of the longer rifles, but I can see why they haven't. You'd have difficulty putting it in. We've got some magazine pouches ahead, a single magazine pouch. There's a bit of a shortage of spare magazines with this. I quite like this. We've got a striking axe. We've got a couple of heavy weapons as well. We've already had the grenade launcher and the long rifle, but we've now got a flamer and a plasma gun, a horn. So there is a nice variety on that. It doesn't seem to have any grenades. That's something that is a bit missing. but it's nothing that you can't live without. What is obvious with this, as in most of the Wargames Atlantic figures, is the fact there are no bases. There's not even the puddle bases they sometimes put on them, so you will need to pick up bases for this as well. So here we have the 3 figures fully assembled. I've added bases. The first I've done is a radio operator with a pistol. I quite like that one. The second I've done in more traditional style. I've added the fur collar on, which some people have said is very difficult to fit. I found it quite easy with this head. I think it's the helmet that causes the problem. And then last of all, a command figure with a shorter weapon pointing and field cap. I quite like that. They're all nice figures. Just painted them with an undercoat and given them a quick wash so that they stand out for this. But 10 out of 10 for them. I really like them. I'm going to buy more. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please click on the like button below so that I know what people like and I know what to make more of. Alternatively, if you've enjoyed it and think you'd like to see more, please click on the subscribe button. That way you get notified by YouTube whenever I bring out a new video. And you never know, there might be something in there that you hadn't considered, because I do cover a variety of things on the channel. And finally, if you have a little bit of cash going, I now have a Patreon account. I'm always looking for patrons, because at the end of the day, let's be perfectly honest, it's a good way for me to get a little bit of money that will use to buy review items or to travel to museums and so on. I don't put a huge amount on that. At the minute, all we've got is one tier charging £1 a month, which just, as I say, helps cover my costs. See you soon.